And in 3, 2, 1, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 86. Is that what we just said?
86.
86 of the Prehistoric Podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Francois Nation.
I'm Andrew Sorsdahl.
I am Nico Belly.
Not today, you're not.
Franklin. Whatever the fuck his last name is.
Today we're playing video games.
Yeah, we need to crush through 3 podcasts. Gameplay, Let's Play, whatever podcasts seem like the easiest way to not just be super repetitive in our speaking anyways. So we're going to play some video games.
So later on the podcast, we had an argument regarding later.
Oh, you mean in like a later episode?
Yeah.
Was that 12 podcasts of Christmas that you guys debated that?
Yeah. Anyway, later on the podcast, we discussed the pros and cons of the different Grand Theft Auto games. So I was arguing the merits in favor of Grand Theft Auto 4. And
Francois said it was an unplayable piece of shit.
No, he never said that. He said it was gloomy. He said the driving's very difficult. And now you're not wrong. Purely
Great story.
by comparison.
At the time.
For me specifically, not personal biases aside, the driving in this one is different. I don't necessarily know if I like it that much more, but the turning's nice and tight, which is good. It's almost a little too restrictive. It's like you're sucked into a. It really helps you.
It's arcade.
Yeah.
It's very, very arcade.
One thing that I totally forgot
Very
because
neat for speed.
I haven't played this game in a long time is how much better the guns are. And I'm playing through a GTA 4 campaign right now, and I haven't gotten to the good guns yet because I just started, but I know what the guns are. And the guns this game are so much better.
Well, it's like this, because I feel like a complaint a lot of people had with Grand Theft Auto 4 was there just wasn't a lot of diversity in the actual gameplay itself. Like, there wasn't a lot of cool cars. There was one flying vehicle, or maybe there's 2 helicopters, but maybe 2 flying vehicles. The guns were not very exciting. Like, it's just like in Grand Theft Auto 5, I think they took a lot of the stuff. Obviously their big focus on Grand Theft Auto 4 was telling a really compelling story and like really immersing you in a sweet open world, which is what they did very effectively. Like, they nailed the whole New York City aesthetic. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like
Back button.
one staple of Grand Theft Auto that I just did not find with Grand Theft Auto 4 at all was the fact that Grand Theft Auto has always been this game that you can plug it in and play it for 15 minutes and have an awesome time doing shit like this. And Grand Theft Auto 4 just never really captured that same sense of enjoyment. Just because it's like with this, it's like the colors are beautiful and the driving is fun and the guns are really cool and you can have these crazy wacky masks. It's like just like it's a wonderful sandbox, and Grand Theft Auto 4 I don't think like delivers on the promise of a fun sandbox as much as like, and San Andreas was a fun sandbox, and Vice City was a fun sandbox. It's like they really focused heavily on story and atmosphere.
Oh my god, I totally agree.
Like that is so satisfying in a sadistic way.
Grand Theft Auto 4 was just because it was a Grand Theft Auto game. I wouldn't have agreed with you at the time, but now in retrospect, after playing 5, I totally agree. Just because 5 stepped it up to the next level in terms of what you can do, just free playing, like doing this kind of horrific shit. I'm just watching Brad in first person murder people with a fucking hatchet. It seems so real, and it's very disturbing.
I mean, did you guys look up when Grand Theft Auto 4 came out? What year?
2009, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
No way. It must have been before that.
Maybe 2000.
No, it would have been because we graduated in 2010, and I saw it for the first time in Soren's room, so it would have been 08 or 09.
Okay. And Grand Theft Auto 5 came out in 2013, 2012, 2013.
Came out in 2013.
2013?
GTA 5.
So yeah, I'm trying to think. The Xbox 360 came out in 2006,
Jeez.
I want to say.
2008 is when April 29th, 2008 was Grand Theft Auto 4.
Yeah, and so 360 came out in 06.
This is not
So it wasn't a. That's another interesting thing. Is like I can't even really give Grand Theft Auto 4 the. It was towards the beginning of the 360's lifespan because it was a good year and a half, 2 years into the
It's like-
lifespan of
Oh
the
my
console.
God.
like graphically it looked good.
Well, I mean, like if I think back, it's just like because Grand Theft Auto 5 also came out on the 360 initially, right towards the end of the life cycle. But it's crazy that just the disparity in the game. Because like the one thing that I think you can excuse in Grand Theft Auto 4 because it is set in New York and it's not supposed to be a colorful environment, but it's like it is like the game is just shades of gray. Like there are no colors to be found in that game. And it's like you look at something like this, which was on the same console, and it's like this is matte. Like I mean, obviously this is the Xbox One version, so this does have some graphical upgrades.
Jesus
But
Christ, bro.
I mean, the idea is the same.
I
Yeah.
just like they're just running for their lives.
And I'm trying to think of really like when the 360 came out. It was bizarre actually. The 360 got progressively more gray towards the middle of its life cycle. When it started, it was colorful. You had games like Cameo by Rare, which was alongside.
Cameo was hilariously good.
I never played that game.
And it's a Rare. It's a fun game. Yeah, I bought the Rare Replay. It's a fun game to play.
Like, what type of game is it? I don't even know anything about it.
It's an
A
arcade
game that just doesn't exist. That type of game just does not even exist anymore.
Yeah, people don't really make it. Yeah, like the only games I would say, it's like platformer, like those platformers. Like it was like
Okay, yeah.
Scale. Well, nice. Scalar's a bad one because nobody plays Scalar. Scalar's a really good comparison though because they had the similar transformation gameplay mechanic. But no, and like even if I think
There was lots of them for the Xbox.
Halo.
I love Oddworld. I know that's like not exactly the same. It's more puzzle based, but
Here's
Yeah,
the-
it's that same sort of like
Why did this game ever exist? Super Monkey Ball.
Super Monkey Ball. Apparently, it's fun.
It's got like a huge following.
Nintendo's a weird thing.
I think the continent.
you got it
I
on-
think
you get it
I
on
think
Xbox.
I think the
I think it was
con-
originally like a Nintendo game.
I think the continent of Asia is
Oh.
the reason that game exists.
No, but I know lots of people who play it.
Oh my goodness,
I know, but I'm
it is
saying.
very disorientating to watch people fall in this game.
first
But
person, with all the bodies littered everywhere from stabbing.
and Halo
Like
3.
this woman is a man.
Well, I think. Well, and you know what? I think just to go back to Grand Theft Auto, I think the big thing that Grand Theft Auto 4 did was we hadn't seen a world in Grand Theft Auto that was that ambitious as far as size was concerned,
Yeah.
and so they might have compromised on color and
Well,
like
San
a
Andreas-
little bit
It's a little bit off because San Andreas was bigger, but San Andreas didn't have.
less detailed.
There was
though.
nothing going on. Like, it was a huge map, but there was.
Grand Theft
nothing
Auto
in
4.
No, but-
Grand Theft Auto
but
4
it's-
brought in all these buildings you could go into.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I mean, I guess just like it's the game exists in a weird space in the 360's life cycle because like I said, it's like at the beginning of the 360, it seemed like they were really trying to push we got bright colors and lovely textures and all that shit because it's like I said, you had games like Cameo. Halo 3 came out in 2007. What was the other one I was thinking of? Oblivion, the Elder Scrolls 4 was a super bright, colorful game, and then a little bit later you had games like Gears of War and Grand Theft Auto 4 that came out that were just super gray. That like I'm gonna say they pushed the boundary in terms of like textures were a lot higher res, and then doing that I guess made it so that they had to like stick to certain color palettes and stuff. But it's like it is weird how they settled into
This is
this sort
fucking
of
terrifying.
gray look. I don't know. I guess maybe it was. I guess it's funny to say that, but it's like, so at the same time the Nolan Batman movies were happening. Like, what's the word? Moody and dark and grungy
brooding.
was the style for a couple of years.
This game, I like. There's like for any of those who've played the Grand Theft Auto games, obviously, a large part of cars are slow. They just said fuck it with trying to make shitty lookalike cars. Like, we'll actually make them exactly like they are.
Call them something different.
Anyway, they one part of the big part of Grand Theft Auto, of course, is trying to avoid the police, or when you're getting away from the police. In this one, if they kind of do a police scan thing. Oh, what's this shit?
Dog.
See if you can kill the dog.
No.
Yeah,
Or
you can.
dog. Are there kids in this game?
That's the one thing they won't do.
Rockstar. Like, we need a next-gen game
Red
in
Dead
which you
Redemption
can
2.
kill children.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so like the police do like this kind of scan thing, whereas in the older games it was all about like how
long you could evade them.
they kind of created a net you had to try and avoid. But in this one, you're like avoiding the actual view of individual police officers.
Which to me is a little bit. They blended 4 and the traditional Grand Theft Auto thing quite masterfully.
Yeah, they did. They did. This is quite nice. Like now, like I'm escaping that policeman's view. So like now, if they just happen to drive by you.
Well, also switching cars matters. Like if you switch cars out of their view, you're much less easy to catch.
Yeah, and like going down back alleys and stuff. Like in the older games, as soon as they would get anywhere near you, they would just find you. And that was jigged up.
Yeah.
But in this one, you know, if you run or duck behind a wall or something. So interesting to your point, Francois, because you and I had the discussion about the realism. That's a much realer element that I'm glad they brought into the game. You know, like police can't just find you because they're police. They're still just people with eyes.
Yeah, it's not like you're just in a radius. And then it's like,
Don't waste all my money on fucking customizing a
You
bunch
have
of cars.
$2.7 million. Like, I'll never spend that much.
Yeah, Fran, how much money of yours did Brad piss away on fucking customizing every
can't
single
remember.
car?
But I remember it was like right after.
It's like upgrade everything
All-
full and
all-
then leave the car somewhere. And don't
I remember
use
all
it.
the people, because like a lot of us who bought Grand Theft Auto tried playing Grand Theft Auto Online when it came out, and that didn't work at all. And then the people who had played it, I think in the first 2 months, way after, like a year after when they got it fixed, they were like, here's a bunch of free money to all the people who tried it out the first month or whatever. And so I got it, like, can't remember, it was like millions of dollars in the game they just gave me. And then, yeah, I didn't have any of that.
I don't understand why you wouldn't have had any.
I didn't get to use any of my money.
You could use some of your money.
I think I bought a car or something.
Oh,
Might have bought I think I bought an airplane. Or a
front, back,
helicopter.
and sides, another $5,000.
Just pissing away all the money.
I don't know what
The
do we
problem
do?
is like you don't buy the cars is my thing. It's like if you bought the car, but it's like you need to go park that in a garage now.
Yeah, but you don't
to get
do
it to
that,
not
you don't
go
do
away.
that in the game, do you? You
do you
can't
mean?
buy a car.
You can buy cars,
You
yeah.
can-
No,
you
no,
can buy
but that's-
specific cars, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you can customize them, and then,
And then
you
they
own
stay, and then they're always in your library or garage.
Isn't that like a? Isn't that like a?
You have to buy a garage property. to do-
No, I know, I understand, but isn't that?
Like this, you'll have to always go park it in a garage so it's there the next time.
But isn't that only in online that they save forever?
No.
No.
Like if you buy a car and pull it out of the garage and wreck it, then it's gone. It doesn't just reappear. Oh, it goes to an impound.
Yeah.
Well, you
If you own it, like if you bought it,
It's
yes,
always
it
there.
does. It goes to the impound.
like it's like you can never lose a car you bought.
Really?
Yeah. These are the only cars like if you take a car off the street, put a bunch of money into it, and then leave it somewhere, then that's gone. That money's gone.
Right, but what is money that's gone really?
True, I don't really know a lot about money, so I can't really
money's-
speak to that.
Okay, now I want to pro.
I mean,
Yeah,
they
he's got like $27 million. Like fuck.
Okay, I want graphite, and then I want to pearlescent. There we go. Sorry. Go ahead, Andrew. So you think this is a big waste?
I love the customization. Like it's so cool and fun.
But when Brad does it, it's
well,
gay.
when like, you
Well,
do
mostly
it
put like spinners on my cars and like made them look ridiculous.
that plus what he does is he'll do this. He'll crash the car and be like, oh, I crashed like a little bit. Not even like really wrecked it. It's just to stop, get another one, and do the exact same thing to that car, That's like him playing
This
for
is
10
all he
minutes.
wants to do. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, it's like we should just get him a game where this is it. Like, you just customize cars.
We should get my buddy Mike to design or program a game, just like Autobody technician.
And you just get to. Yeah, but I want to drive a man, frick. Like,
Well, that's an easy mechanic to put into the game.
oh man, these big bitches.
Like, Forza Horizon, the guys who make Forza Horizon should just fucking add a third person, like, walk around element where you can kill. Like, just make it. Like, people who make Forza Horizon should just make a
Grand
GTA
Theft Auto,
clone.
Yeah.
Because, like, God, that game is so fun. And I mean, that game, you can't steal cars, so you have to buy them, and then you always get them all the time.
Right. But you can customize them.
Oh yeah, big time. Apparently, the guys who are making Forza Horizon, and this is very exciting for me because I fucking like. I don't like racing games really. The only games I've liked is I liked Project Gotham Racing 3 on the 360 way back in the day, but that game, the thing that sucked about it was you couldn't really customize the cars at all. You could like color them basically. And then I loved Midnight Club, Los Angeles. That game was super fun. And then I remember I played the first Forza game I played was Forza Horizon 2. I loved Forza Horizon 2, and then Forza Horizon 3 blew my fucking balls off. That game was so much fucking fun to play.
You know what was such a bad game that I thought was good for 5 minutes?
What?
Project Gotham.
That's what I just said.
Did you say you
I
liked
said
it?
Project Gotham Racing 3. I love.
No, but the original.
Oh, I never played the
The
original. Oh, like the
original
original Xbox?
Yeah, it was a release title. Like it came with the machine.
Yeah, no, I never played the first two. I only played number 3.
Yeah, I hope I don't scratch it. I'm gonna have to.
The racing in that, like the actual like
If you do that,
game,
I
was
will actually
super
be
super fun.
upset. I want to watch you just customize cars for hours.
But
Me too.
I don't.
the people who make Forza Horizon are making a open world action adventure game. Apparently, that's not a racing game.
I don't know
So
why
I'm
they
very excited to see what they're gonna do.
why they ever took car customization out of the GTA universe.
Which ones don't have it?
Well,
Ford.
Ford does that.
Again, I think they were doing so many other ambitious things with that game that some stuff fell to the wayside.
I remember being pissed off that there wasn't more than one flying thing when it came out. I remember being like I play this game so that I can fly planes and shit. Why can't I fly?
Let's go fucking try to break into the military base.
Well, because
I have a hangar at the airport.
Because you know, like I played
Pretty
GTA 3, and you could get helicopters right by the very end.
That was like the first open world one though. That one gets a lot of leeway because it was like the first one to do any of it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, you go from being able to fly, and then oh no, sure you couldn't.
You couldn't fly, but you could do.
No, I'm pretty sure there was a stunt plane. At the very end of GTA 3, you could get a stunt plane, I think.
But you could only do specific
Yeah,
missions. You
stuff.
couldn't. You could really. It wasn't open world.
And then,
The first game you could open world fly was San Andreas.
well, Vice City, you could fly helicopters. There was lots of
There was a
helicopters.
jetpack in Vice City too, wasn't there?
Oh
No,
yeah.
jetpack was GTA.
Oh, that was San Andreas.
But yeah, there's tons of helicopters in Vice City.
The biggest development that they made with
Vice City.
San Andreas, like,
Vice-
I just
swimming,
love
being able to fucking swim.
But I
was
love being
huge.
able to go into, just go to the airport in San Andreas and then get a nice like private jet because they handled so nice, they were so fast. And San Andreas was so big, there was like 4 areas, like there was 2 cities, 3 cities, and then an open desert area. So like to drive between them took like 15 minutes, like in real person time. So it was difficult to justify doing that. So
Can't forget Franklin's ability.
what's that? Oh yeah, like
It's so good.
wait,
Both at the same time.
what's the same time? It's like you could just drive unnaturally.
Although, but the thing is, like, your momentum goes up when you're doing this, so that when you go out of this, it's like all of a sudden you're traveling at fucking warp speed. You're like, oh god, oh god, oh god.
You don't have to break in because I have that.
This is the only ability that's worth fucking it. Can you imagine something like that stopping you fucking in your tracks?
You get really damaged this car.
I just thought of something I didn't like.
They didn't even get mad that I smashed that.
Well, no, because you own a hangar here.
Oh, that was something weird about GTA 5. They fucking modeled miles of the seafloor for no reason.
I'm sure lots of it is like make a big
Exactly.
region and copy and paste.
Well, I just remember them talking about how it's like, oh, we spent all this time like me and Square. It's like
Well, I'm not,
when they were advertising, they were like, it's just like they made it seem like it was going to be a thing in the game, and they're like, oh, the submarine. Let's say you play the submarine level. It's like the submarine travels at a meter a year.
The submarine is the worst. That's the worst.
Yeah, it's like
mission
it's,
by a lot.
and there's one mission
It's so hard to handle.
in the campaign. And I love that you can fucking jack the jumbo jets. That is awesome.
Then there's the great big one you can get, but it's not your own.
Nothing makes Fawny, and it's kind of fucking sadistic and weird, but nothing made Fawny laugh more than when I would jack the jumbo jets and fly them directly into a building.
Really?
He was like, I can't believe there are video games where you can steal a jumbo jet and fly them directly into a building.
When you steal the jumbo jet in this, does it, like when you hit a building, do the wings just fall off?
Yeah. No, like it's like your nose hits and the wings fall off. You explode.
That'll be the next
And the
GTA
fuselage doesn't like
No.
implode or anything.
No, it's not realistic at all. No, it would be sweet if they would make the buildings destructible, and like even if it was like they would just reset it right away, but just like if you could hit it and then you would see that cool like a building fucking fall and then it would just reset and then it's like you're back to normal. It's like that would be a cool thing to just throw in there.
Can I take?
You can take any of
Your
your
private jets, yeah, the little ones you take in.
That's one I always take right there.
Do you have a parachute?
Yep.
I think they updated it so that whenever you get into a flying thing, now you just automatically have a parachute.
No, you have to buy it.
Oh, you do?
Unless there was an update since I.
Oh, there was a guy in here.
Oh, yeah. He's like, hey. I'll take my fucking plane.
You don't even have any stars.
That's weird.
Well, that was my pilot. I just was like, I'm flying today.
No, it
Oh,
wasn't
this
there.
just like makes me feel like I'm playing San Andreas again.
Get the fuck up out of here.
Oh,
Go first person.
tough. Not easy.
Yeah, you gotta start looking at the altimeter and stuff. Oh, we're upside down.
This is not easy. No, can't do that.
Now parachute into the military base, try to steal the jet.
It's beautiful.
So it's up here, to the left right there.
This? Um,
It's more close to that circle, yeah.
it's beautiful to get the jet, but can you keep it in your hangar?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you can.
You can buy it.
You know what the sick thing is? In my head, I'm like, man, this jet looks so much like it did in GTA San Andreas. It's like side by side, it would be like a pixelated mass
Oh, yeah.
versus this beautifully rendered object.
No, rose-colored glasses for all games is very, very real and very, very weird.
And some of them still like Mario is still a great platformer, no matter how bad graphically it is. Like
Which-
any of the old ones on Super Nintendo.
Oh, yeah.
Or just.
Well, it's like there was like when they when they hit their stride in the '90s when they had like Super Mario Brothers 3 and Super Mario Brothers World. It's like those will always be good-looking games. Like, cause like it's pixel art, so it's like
Yeah, it looks
it's that's the way it's
It's
supposed to
timeless.
look. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
like
timeless
Age
look.
of Empires 2. Like it still looks so good.
yeah. That one's
I don't agree
like
with
that one's a little more debatable. I the look of it is very.
It's
It
distinct.
works, but it's like you can very much see like the technical limitations there, like with
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
so it's like it makes the technical limitations very apparent. Whereas I don't think like Super Mario Brothers 3 like there's nothing you're like, oh well they could have done this more. It's like that's the way it could. If that kind of game has to be that way.
Okay, now do I fly low or high?
Oh, it doesn't
There's
really
different
matter.
strategies. Like you have to parachute out before you get over there because you automatically get 3 stars.
Yeah, the
If
big thing is to just like fucking
you parachute
dive and then don't pull your chute until you're like
right there.
in the hangar. The
How do I
thing
pull
is
the
like
shoot A?
No, they're not
it's-
even in the hangar sometimes. Sometimes
like-
they're.
Do I pull A?
Yes.
that's the thing is like it's just a cry thing and then you're gonna be like, oh fuck. There's one jet on the tarmac here somewhere. And there's
Shoot,
one
right.
in the that was very high. No. Yeah, that jet's in the far too far. That's the thing is you fucking
You're
have to have
fucked.
that down to a fucking. Oh, you could steal the Hercules plane. I don't know. You don't really have any
No,
runway.
You have no runway, and you just get blown out of the sky so quick anyways.
There should be a fucking laser beam in here.
Oh.
That was tragic. Tanks are gonna rape you alive.
Okay with the getting it off.
Now, when you get in here, blow them up with your guns first. If you can, if they roll through.
Okay,
Now, get out and fly low to your right.
Yeah, fly to your left and try to go under the bridge. But keep as low as you can. Yeah, and then when you get into the ravine, yeah, just stay as low as you can. Fuck yeah, you gotta like dive right to the water. Fuck, is it tough? I feel like they made it tougher than when the game first came out. No, I'm fine.
The frustrating thing for me is, fuck off with the missiles.
I wish there was a way you could
just
base. Turn them off. But when you do get it, it's so satisfying. Just use the cops are after you. You lock onto the cop car.
Just blow them up, So, Fran, back to your point about Super Mario Brothers 3. For me, what is so brilliant about it, and you do experience it a little bit in Super Mario Brothers 1, obviously number 2 is a complete deviation, and we'll never see anything like that again. But number
2 is with the Shy Guys, right?
Yeah, like you pick up the vegetables on your head.
I fucking never played 2. I never played 2.
I always tried to.
I've seen pictures of 2, and like I've seen obviously lots of media, but it's like I remember the first time I saw Shy Guy. I think it was in like Super Smash Brothers or something like that, and I was like, what the fuck is this character? And yeah, I just never played Super Mario Brothers 2.
Yeah, it's
Played the first one. I played
you have to like pick up potions and drop them in front of doors, and like it's so different.
I never really played Super Mario World either. Actually, like I played it, but I never.
Oh, with the Yoshi?
Yeah, I never like.
That was the one I probably played the most, actually.
See, I've never beaten it.
Number 3 was the one I played the most.
I don't think I've actually beat. I came really close, but I never.
I've beaten 1 and I've beaten 3, but I've never beaten 2. I've gotten awfully close, and then I've never beaten 1. But the thing that blew me away about Super Mario Brothers 3 is the momentum when you're running. And I've never even played a game where it's been that good since.
They totally maintain that in the 3D Mario games.
They do. Super Mario Brothers, or Super Mario World, or Super Mario 64. It's just... he slips and slides around too much, and it's fucking annoying.
Yeah, I don't know. The thing that Super Mario, the 3D Super Mario games do that, or Mario games do that no other platformer does, is like every platformer in the history of time has a double jump, except for fucking the Super Mario 3D games. And
you can wall jump, that's what it is.
You can wall jump, and then if you like triple jump, you can do like it's a little bit of a higher jump, and then there's like the backflip jump. But there's no like the double jump is like such a safety net.
Yeah,
and
like
then
jump,
in Mario Bros. In Super Mario 64, it's like that's just you don't have that safety net. And I don't know, but it's like it's so fine tuned that I don't miss it when I'm playing a 3D Mario game. And like I just played Super Mario Odyssey, which is fucking amazing. And like once
Tell
again,
us about it. Tell us about Super Mario Odyssey.
It is just like I never played Super Mario Galaxy, but a lot of people told me it was very much like a sequel.
I haven't had
like,
it here. You should play.
Like a sequel. Everybody said it was like a sequel to Super Mario 64. But that's like kind of how I would describe Super Mario Odyssey. It feels like a perfect sequel to like Mario 64. Like everything I loved about Super Mario 64. It felt like it's weird. It's like because you have the rose-colored glasses and you go back and you play an old game like that, and then you're like, you know all these problems. But it felt like going back and playing that game, but those problems don't exist, and like it's just they fine-tune everything, and the whole like it's the most story I think they've ever injected into a Mario game, which is weird to say.
The ending was so weird
for that franchise.
Yeah.
But it was so satisfying to be able to possess like Goomba, play as a Goomba, and play as like the Hammer Brothers, and play as at the end you like I guess the big twist spoilers, you play as Bowser, and like to get to do that for the first time in whatever 25 years since the Mario games have existed. Yeah, I don't know. It's a
Then
beautiful...
you can use Bowser in your group in Super Mario Brothers, or Super Mario and the Curse of the Seven Stars for the SNES.
So like
It's an RPG.
RPG.
It is unbelievably good.
Yeah, was it the Square Enix do that?
Yeah. And there are...
Really better than Paper Mario?
It's
I
so
love
much
Paper
better
Mario.
because there's like a fucking team of like 5 or 6 people you can choose between. I hated that it was just Mario and Luigi and Paper Mario or Paper Mario. Like
I don't think I like...
You get the followers. I like the...
Because it's turn-based, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be very difficult for me to... Because, like, turn-based is a tough thing for me to get into, period. And, yeah, that those characters with that gameplay would not be conducive, I don't think.
But like you can get Bowser and there's a character called Gino, and Gino has like he's a wizard but his arm is a laser gun. And then there's also the one guy's like a little cloud or a mushroom or something. He uses lightning abilities and stuff. It's like it's
Shoot
very
at me, cocksucker.
it's very contemporary today. How old it is? Like it feels like a new game. Just because like they didn't really do abilities and stuff and art and things like that, it was so groundbreaking. It was like a simplified version of Final Fantasy, I guess, because you didn't have a whole bunch of stats. There was just, I think it was just health, strength, and defense.
Yeah, the only Final Fantasy game I've ever been able to get through was Final Fantasy 6. I really, 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 really want to get through 7 because I really like the like every 7. I think is awesome. All the characters and all the story stuff.
Whoa! Can you go look at that again? Is the shadow for that one bomb? It never.
Didn't stick to the plane.
It just stuck to
floating on the side. Yeah.
How do they blow up bombs
and
again?
huh?
Push down
I
button.
have
I think?
no
No.
idea.
Do you have it equipped?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's one of the directions.
And the only other turn-based game I've ever played all the way through, other than Final Fantasy VI, is Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. But that one, like Final Fantasy VI, I don't know why I got so into that game, but it's like I really like the characters and I really like the story, and I like the gameplay just was fast enough that it worked for me. And I guess if you count Pokemon, those are also I guess technically RPG turn-based games, but yeah, the Third Age, obviously, because I'm such a big Lord of the Rings fan, that was an easy one for me to get through. And they just told a very, like, interesting tertiary story set in that universe.
In that universe.
How do I friggin' blow up bombs? God damn it!
You tried all the directions?
Yeah.
Is the remote an item?
No.
You're so worried about us hitting stuff.
Well, the fucking wings pop off like nothing in this game. You nick something.
I think you would like Super Mario because the story's super interesting. It's set in like a very similar but a little bit different Mario universe. It's not very long, and it's not like a classic RPG where like you have to keep battling like random event characters. You know, like to try and strengthen up. You don't really need to do that. Like you can avoid most of the like regular NPC battles and just go right to the boss battles and still win. An interesting story. The guy I first played it from, I saw my buddies that I went to school with, like his older brother had it. And once you leveled up, you could either select to increase your strength, defense, or health. But the cursor always started on health, and he didn't know that you could like bring the cursor down to choose. So every time all of his characters level up, he chose health every single time.
That's like basically what I do with games anyway.
And then, well, that was the thing. But by the time he got to the last boss battle,
You couldn't do enough damage.
he
Yeah.
couldn't kill the boss.
Yeah.
And the boss really couldn't kill him. Short of like this, you know, when the bosses have attacks, usually one hit you, but you try to avoid it or whatever. I just like it. It really introduced me to the first time of like the double tapping and attack. You know, like you shoot and then right at certain perfect timing when you hit the button again and you do double damage.
Yeah.
And then it also had and it was different weapons too. Like Mario, you'd start with a punch, and then like you would get a shell. So like you jump, kick the shell at them, and then when it came back, if you didn't click it again, then you took damage. And then later you got a hammer, and I think you got better gloves. But it kept it simple enough that
What consoles are on?
Super Nintendo. The thing that I don't like about RPGs and where, like, turn-based RPGs, and where I get lost in games like Final Fantasy is sword health +1 stamina, Nexus powers, like...
See, 6 made that. That's why I think... Because I also hate that when there's too much, and there's, like... I don't like micromanaging to that degree, and I think 6 did that well, where it was, like... It was very easy to manage your squad and, like, see what their health was and upgrade and all that stuff. It was just... I don't think they've done a better... Like, that... I think that was... They nailed the gameplay, and then they haven't really gotten back. Actually, Final Fantasy VII.
I kind of thought you were going to nail it. Well, there's one right there.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. It's usually not right there. Or I do that and sway right into the fucking thing.
Barrier?
Yeah.
I guess it's probably easier to get one that's not in there.
Yeah, I found that it's way easier to do the ones on the tarmac if basically you have to get lucky, and there can't be a soldier there, because there's a soldier right there. It takes you a few seconds to take your parachute off, and you're dead because you shoot.
My God, one thing I just completely forgot about, which changed my life, is when Grand Theft Auto got rid of L1, L2, R2, L1, L1, left down, right up, left down, right up for all the cheats, and it was just different combinations of like the triggers and then the D-pad. And I totally forgot. And they got rid of this one. And I'm thinking to myself, like, well, why don't we just get in there and then use the help wanted cheat? Because in this one, you got to pull your fucking cell phone out to enter the goddamn codes.
They started that at 4.
So stupid. Andrew, where are your cars that I can customize?
Did you that actually?
Don't have any right
Saints
now.
Row Jack that too. That's
How do I buy a car?
Activate cheat.
Go
Saints
on.
Row.
You have to go on
Give it.
online.
Do you have like a fucking hangar trailer?
Actually, I think I own a Los Santos Custom.
Where?
I don't like it. The only one you can buy is one out of the city on the highway. Go down to the custom ones. Go down to the, I have a hangar also. Some cars.
Am I on customs? No.
You were.
Where is it? I actually can't see from here. Where is it? I was just on it. Oh, right here.
It's not that one.
Oh, you cycled through them, I thought.
Yeah.
2.
That one.
You own that one?
Yeah. It's the only one you can buy.
Well, how the hell am I gonna get way out there?
Drive.
No, I don't want to.
It's your favorite thing.
What?
Driving in this game. One of Brad's things that he likes
That's
to
like
do.
the same distance.
He likes to do occasionally is play as a long haul trucker.
That's what I'm gonna do.
I shouldn't have said.
Long haul truck into the military base. I'm just here delivering goods.
Where is the truck depot?
Never mind me.
No idea.
I'm just admiring your jets over there.
Yeah. Anyway, so one thing that I really like to do, which I was upset they didn't have in Grand Theft Auto 4, but they rectified in this game.
I don't know why you don't just play Cross Country Canada all day, like the newer one.
Because I've got so many deliveries to make in this one. How the hell am I going to find time to play the other one?
Also, what if he wants to stab somebody in the stomach?
Yeah, he's every now and then he needs to blow off some steam from trucking. Take some meth and stab a few people, and
That's the
get
only
back
thing
in
is
his
like
truck.
it's like with anything GTA, it's like with the driving, it's like if somebody's like, oh, I love driving. It's like, so why don't you buy a racing game? It's like, yeah, but I also like getting out of my car once every 15 minutes and stabbing somebody in the stomach.
I'm driving away.
So it's like I
I mean, the
can't
thing
do
that I love that in this game, it's like it's street driving, and you know, it always has a purpose. If you're trying to get away, or you're specifically trying to get somewhere to do something. What I don't like about racing games is just it seems so aimless.
See, like a game like Midnight Club, you like more than because it's like essentially just it's this. It's like
Just driving, not killing people.
no, it's just a drive, but it's like there are cops and you run away from the cops and street races and like all that stuff.
Okay,
And but the actual game is super.
here's a question for you that I think is super relevant. Obviously, not so recently, but in the past, there has been, ever since it became 3D, really with Grand Theft Auto 3, somewhat of an outcry against Grand Theft Auto because of its subject matter, and everyone always
Oh, you
boils
mean-
Grand Theft Auto down to killing prostitutes.
Uh,
You want to make a Grand Theft Auto joke, or you want to, you know, where do I look at-
I mean, it was really a thing in Liberty City where like, every third person you came across was a prostitute.
I guess it's like the argument there that I can totally see is like
video games and their effect on children and their attitudes.
Well, it's like I don't really give a fuck about kids, but it's like why? No, I don't give a shit about kids. But I mean, like I can see, but even from like an adult standpoint, it's like why does killing prostitutes like it doesn't improve the game? Like if you took it out of the game would still be just as fun. It's like nothing would be different if you couldn't kill prostitutes.
If you can't make kill prostitutes the only non-killing thing you see.
No, but I'm saying like what? Like don't like no prostitutes in the game. Like, I'm like saying like don't have that.
Well, what are
aspect
you
there.
gonna bleach my whole world?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm just like obviously it doesn't bother me really, but like once again, like I can totally see the argument if Rockstar was like, yeah, we're not gonna have prostitutes and killing prostitutes next day, I'd be totally fine.
The people are just gonna complain about killing normal people. Like the only reason it gets even brought up is because it's like the violence against women thing, and it's like okay, like don't have any women in the game, I guess. Then what happens there? It's like, well, you're killing people and it's bad. To see that, I really don't get how people can.
The whole censorship thing in general is obviously, but just like don't.
Not
mind
even
the game.
censorship. It's like it's immoral. It's like, not to mention, people blame video games, not just this, but like shooters in general, like Call of Duty, everything, for violence. It's like every other developed country in the world has a significant gamer population, and still doesn't fucking just murder people.
No, I firmly
mass
believe
shootings, so.
that GTA 5 and jerking off are the two reasons that every man isn't a murdering rapist. Because it's like if it wasn't for jerking off,
And most are, but those.
and like most men are, yes, but I mean like the 5%.
All sex is rape. All sex is
When I
rape.
started this campaign, I was just
Yeah,
trying to get
it's
this
just
guy
like-
to poop.
People who are against like porn and jerking off and that stupid shit, it's like porn and jerking off is the only reason that your boy over there isn't a fucking psychopath. Like, if you couldn't blow off that steam when he needed to, the suppression would cause that person to fucking go insane. It's like same with this. It's like this gives kids and whatever adults and everybody it gives you this
Teenagers.
harmless way to blow off steam, and it is 100% harmless. Nobody gets hurt. Nobody even fucking knows you even did it.
But the argument being that it creates a bloodlust.
Well, yeah, like the thing is the argument has been made, but there's no like substance there that
Ted
that it
Bundy
has this.
also said that like watching pornography is what caused him to eventually murder women, because it's like it gave him a way to fantasize more about that, and then he eventually started watching more violent porn, and then after that started raping and murdering women.
See, I just think he would have killed them.
Exactly.
For sure. Like I don't think porn would have gotten in his way. Like porn is not the thing.
No, I feel like it's a silly thing for him to have said. Just because, like, well, I think his point wasn't like porn is bad. It was more like because the interviewer asked him what was the point where this whole thing like when it started, and he said with porn. But I feel like it's not as if he had never seen porn. He wouldn't have eventually had. This is very difficult, actually.
I don't understand where you're not getting any stars.
Because I'm just grabbing a quick jetty.
When you have a hangar at the airport, it takes a lot.
Oh, okay. You don't just get it immediately.
Yeah.
Steal a fucking jumbo jet. Like this is the United States. And I can't believe there wasn't more outcry in America about just this, stealing a jumbo jet.
Because Grand Theft Auto has become such a ubiquitous thing now.
It is common.
It is. It's for sure. It's just so wildly popular.
Oh, they do the South Park thing. It's like the more you complain, the more they're gonna put it in the game. They're very much all about that. They're very South Park in the way they react.
That's my favorite thing about South Park is that and South Park is just so good. And similar to Grand Theft Auto, it's just such a good beyond just being popular. It's high quality content,
yeah.
so they can just get away with whatever the fuck they
Fucking
want.
Murder.
Was that Rockstar like that? They did a ping pong game in between Grand Theft Auto 3 or San Andreas and 4. Because they wanted to show that they were capable of doing something not violent or whatever.
Did they make it violent?
No, it made like it was supposed to be like a really good ping pong game. I just never played it. I was gonna ask whether you played it.
They got a couple really random.
The only game I've ever played, ping pong game I've ever played is the Wii.
It's shit.
Oh wow, yeah. The Wii just didn't work like good enough to do something else.
Like Wii tennis was great, and baseball was.
Baseball was fun. Bowling's just fucking boring. The only thing that's good about bowling is drinking, and you can't drink in the Wii. So
Tennis was the game that I.
Tennis was the well, baseball's also actually, and boxing's pretty fun too, actually.
Boxing. The thing that I liked about baseball was that there was a little bit more than just flailing the controller like the other games. Like boxing was just like and like you could try and get all like actually like try and get technical with it, and then you just gotta keep fucking flopping. It doesn't even that fun.
I mean, it's like motion control.
I feel like it was abandoned way too quickly. Like for whatever reason, it's just like, yeah, we're not doing motion capture.
Well, apparently because they released that another thing you could hook onto your Wii that like made it way more accurate. And
yeah, I played that.
The
resort had it. We played Resort.
Yeah,
Sky. It's kind of like just updated Wii Sports, wasn't it?
The Zelda game, Skyward Sword. They had that mechanic. I never used it, so I can't speak to it. But apparently it was pretty great. Nice, you nailed it.
No, you nailed it. Get in.
Wow.
What the fuck is that?
That's a fuselage you're playing. They're like, what in the fuck?
Go left, go right, go right. Don't go. You're gonna get blown around.
Yeah, yeah. You're not smoking though. I don't know.
Fuck.
You gotta get real low.
It's way harder than it used to be. They definitely updated it because I never got shot immediately as leading the base.
You usually get a little bit out of the base, then they start, and then you have a little bit of room to like maneuver and grab.
No.
Okay, Andrew. I think what we're gonna do now is you've got to do the craziest car customization of a super lame car that you can.
Oh, perfect place to find a super lame car.
And do a cool try because there are some really like more rare vehicles in this game that you can actually do like super crazy custom stuff with. And I want to see what Andrew brings to the table. And I want to see like what are you doing to me? You know. On a show that we did at one time called Brad Plays.
Die Republican.
That we did called Brad Plays.
This is your gun control laws now.
Where are your gun control? I mean, I shouldn't say that.
Where's
your Second Amendment now?
I'm exercising my Second Amendment right.
These people are trying to kill
me.
You like that heavy pistol, don't you?
It's great.
It looks fucking dope. And that fucking it cocks back like.
Holy fuck!
Dog, I told you, you gotta put the
I
dog.
killed it. I killed the other one.
Another one.
It was attacking him.
There's another one, Andrew.
Where?
Right behind you.
That's like a legit Rottweiler.
Man, I watched a video of Rottweiler puppies the other day. Oh, cute.
Rottweilers are weird.
And then also like these things that look like huskies except they were essentially just eating balls of fluff. Did you hear that?
You still have a canker
Oh,
sword?
this is a new one.
You should.
Are you just gargling too much jizz? Like, how do you get so much?
Jizz, is that a thing? Is that how you get canker sores?
I wouldn't know.
Oh, Smith, you're probably the kind of person who kisses
Prostitutes.
That thing would be sweet, probably, but you're too much of a pussy.
No, I know.
Oh, I know.
The only thing I don't like.
Is it sugar that gives you
Yeah,
canker sores?
it can
Like
be.
that's what I think it is.
Sweet and salty.
I think it's because I've been drinking too much fucking tea.
Acidic will also give you cancer sores. Cancer sores.
sores.
They are like cancer.
Yeah.
Just so everyone knows, my
Hurts
sister's
like a
bringing
fuck.
nuts and bolts to Christmas. Just a little side.
Banjo Kazooie?
No. Goddamn the food item.
Oh.
Like homemade?
Yes, of course, Andrew.
I've never had homemade nuts.
Got me excited. I really like Banjo Kazooie.
What causes canker sores?
According to MedicineNet, multiple factors may cause canker sores, including injury to the mouth, acidic or spicy foods, vitamin deficiencies, hormones, stress, or autoimmune disorders.
All these
Canker
things.
sores are not the same thing as fever blisters. Most canker sores require no treatment and heal on their own.
I hate that.
Include eating acidic or spicy foods, vitamin deficiencies. It's like you're going through hormone phases.
I am?
Yes, you're just hitting puberty. You're good. You're stressed out. You have an autoimmune deficiency disorder, HIV. You have vitamin deficiencies. You eat spicy acidic foods. You don't eat spicy foods, but
I mean, I'd agree with
hormones. for
acidic.
sure.
Oh, what the? I don't know the hormones. What was the one?
Hormones.
Vitamin deficiency. That's like definitely. There's probably a few vitamins that I could definitely use more of in my life. But no, I think it's like it was at the same time I started drinking fucking or English breakfast tea every morning, so I think that's the cause.
Sure. Let's.
I have a tea every day. I don't get canker sores.
You know what I mean? I think I wasn't used to this kind of a thing. Like I had no equivalent to this before.
You had no defense.
I don't drink coffee. I don't drink anything, and I started drinking this very regularly every day, 2-3 times a day.
Andrew, you can't hope to get away from these guys. From those of you at home who are watching Andrew play right now, he's on a golf cart.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Fucking
yes,
dirt bike.
Sanchez.
You piece of shit.
Go on, blow him, blow him!
You're
Well, that's not what I-
officers.
Oh, these guys like
Murder.
they. Oh my God, that guy's gonna get back up and go to
Second
his wife.
Amendment right.
Stop him before he gets home to his wife and kids.
If the police pull a gun on you, you have the right to kill them. That's in the Constitution.
That's part of your Second Amendment rights.
What if a cop just pulled a gun on you?
Man, are you making? You're making a lot of fucking. What do you call them?
Widows?
You're making a lot of widows.
They're single men who've never had any friends. No,
I
that
really
is the
wanted to try
one.
to customize that golf cart.
That's the one thing I want them to add to GTA so bad. Is like really calm. Really,
Vacation.
really vacation would be nice. Really, it'd be nice if there was just like you could fly to Turks and Caicos for a while.
And like you just did relaxing stuff.
You just get in a plane, you fly, you're in a new map. There's
See
no
what city?
weapons,
What
no
city do they
anything.
do next? Because they've done
Well,
LA
just-
now
well, they
a
keep
few
doing-
times.
Well, they keep going back and forth. They go to New
York.
York, back to. They
Well,
go to
maybe-
Liberty City, back to Los Santos, Liberty City, back to Los Santos.
Maybe they do a
Well,
new
no,
one.
this isn't Los Santos, is it?
Yeah, well, this is.
Well,
yeah.
Vice City was Miami.
Yeah, what would they
So
what they call?
They did.
What's their Miami called?
Vice City.
Oh, yeah, right, Vice City. Duh.
I think they do a Vice City.
They could,
Okay,
yeah, they
next.
could go back there. That would be sweet.
So
Or-
my
or maybe
yeah.
like-
What do you do now? It's like, hey, it's Florida. There's lots of old people here.
There's like crazy people. Like Trevor would have been way more suited to a.
Well, you could just do a modern Vice, which would be sweet. Like, it'd be cool to play like a sequel to Vice City.
Isn't Los Santos supposed to be like, or no? They could do one that's like Vegas. That'd be
Well,
cool.
they did Las Venturas was Las Vegas, and that was in.
Los-
They've essentially done California, Miami, and New York.
Maybe they do like a Midwestern. Maybe they do like Chicago or something.
Yeah, I would totally play a Chicago.
I need the coast.
You need the coast.
I need it. I like this. The GTA Vice is perfect to me just because like this is where I want to be. I want to be where there are palm trees.
Yeah, you know, it's like,
That's so ridiculous.
plays all games based on where you would go on a trip.
on vacation.
Nah,
Every
it is
friend's
100%
friend's
true.
life is so.
Far Cry, like I love Far Cry 3 because it was set in a tropical locale. Like it's like I love being here. It's so warm.
But like you are,
I can feel it coming from
you
my
totally
television.
understand. Like you aren't there though.
No, absolutely.
Like
But it's like, but I still, it's
I
like,
kinda want to do
I
San
don't
Camino,
want
but
to
that's a
be,
cop-out.
I don't want to be in where Kiryat or wherever the fuck they were in Far Cry 4. I don't want to be there. It sucks.
It's mostly
cold.
It's mostly not cold
and
though.
it's bullshit.
It's mostly like temperate forest.
You know,
it's
like,
true.
it
Yeah,
ain't
you
warm.
really get hung up on how bad this fucking.
It's how green the trees are. It's like how many
There are
like,
very green
are there
trees.
coniferous trees? If there are, I don't want to be there.
So like you would want like.
Just this. Just
Yeah, but
keep
it
making
could be-
games.
it
Every
could be-
game
it
should be
could
set
be-
in California
It can be summer in the
or
Midwest.
Hawaii. Like I'm not too picky. Like it can be California, Hawaii,
Kill 'em.
Turks and Caicos, Florida, Cuba. I'm not picky. Give me any of those.
Do you have a silence pistol?
No. Not with him. With Trevor, you do.
I prefer the Pacific Theater of War during World War II
Stun gun.
because it was tropical. I like the idea of soldiers fighting in a tropical locale more than I like
dead
fighting
now?
in Europe.
Yeah, he's bleeding a bunch.
You're shocking his brains.
You also stopped him enough.
Is A not handbrake? RB is handbrake.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they had to go change all the fucking controls again. Okay.
I much prefer RB.
Okay.
To A.
You son of a bitch.
It's way better.
We're at time.
Yeah, we'll take a break. Come back at you with a new game.